What's good? We are back. Of course, as usual, you know, compliments to the chef. You know how he do it. He just dropped the salad. I mean, his salads are like damn near like entrees. So I'm feeling good. Ready to go into this topic.
You feeling good off them shots.
That too. Shout out to the Jose Quavo. So y'all see who we got at the table. Introduce yourself, brother.
My name is Bill Banks. Represent X3 Sports once again. I'm an MMA fighter, a long time martial artist since I was 8 years old. And we here talking about important issues, so I'm glad to be here.
Well,
Glad to have you,
yeah,
brother.
glad to have you. Glad to have you. Plus, you know, we're gonna get into some of the martial arts. That's something that's near and dear to my heart as well. So I'm glad to have you here.
Chuck Norris.
So with that said, brothers, let's go in. Let's scrap like we do. Hip hop. Today's hip hop, quote unquote, isn't responsible for a dumbed down culture.
No, I think not. I don't think you can blame the music because it's not the music's responsibility to raise people. It's the parents' responsibility. You know,
Okay.
you look at like certain aspects of life. You know, you govern. You should govern what your kids listen to and what they grew up on. You know, it's always been garbage music out there. It's always been good music. It's nothing new that we have garbage music out there.
Right.
You know, I was telling some people earlier, like the #1 selling single of all time is Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice.
Go, turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle.
15 million copies sold. Ain't nobody topped that yet. Right? No Gucci's, no Jay-Z's, the people that you like, the people that you hate. Nobody has topped that yet.
Right.
Does that mean that he's the dopest rapper and everybody should follow Vanilla Ice? No, not by any means, because he was horrible. But people like it.
Exactly.
People like it.
Hey, like you said, that's #1 selling single.
I mean, it's the same as sports. You look at Barkley. I am not a role model.
Exactly.
And in many, you know, that's really true because it's not up to him to raise your kids.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to give them the knowledge and everything they need to survive in this harsh world. So,
True.
My answer to the question is no. It may seem like it.
Right.
I mean, that's what they live. You know, they follow everything, but it's still not the artist's fault. An artist has to be an artist.
True.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, it's just like blaming porn for sexual deviance. Okay.
Brother,
My time here.
you had hit me with one of them in a minute. What you think?
I would say partially. I say it's a matter of art reflecting reality, and of course, at the root of such, it is in the household, it is in the home, right? But what you see out in the music industry is what people have been taught in the home. It didn't come from nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Nah, keep going.
Nah, I can't blame the music industry as a whole. It's the reason why people been dumbed down, but I can't ignore that music has been dumbed down from the 90s.
Exactly.
But what I see is a cycle because I don't think hip hop always been dumbed down. I think back in the 80s, you know, it wasn't a lot of deep, heartfelt messages coming out when Run DMC was rapping.
Right.
You know, they was just talking about my Adidas and, you know, you talk too much. They wasn't sending out no heartfelt messages. So I think, like you said, it's always been garbage music. But at the same time, these children are very impressionable and they do take a lot of what they listen to heart. A lot of these artists don't know that Master P got a degree, Ice Cube got a degree, that he was going to the University of Phoenix, Arizona when he
Preach, black man, preach.
A lot of these people
came
on the
with a
streets
powerful punch.
really believe that these rappers made it from selling crack on the street corner.
Right.
And when they
Everybody's pushing. What do we always say? Everybody's pushing weight.
He inherited money from his grandfather.
Right.
That's how he got his fortune to start No Limit Records. So, you know, I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Right. That's a powerful point, and
definitely.
I'm on board with the partial because you know one thing that we always have to specify on this show is the difference between hip hop and rap. You know,
Exactly.
we have to go back and differentiate between what is, in my opinion, now there is a rap industry, exactly, which is completely different than a hip hop culture.
Exactly.
You know, the rap industry, I think, right now is what influences pop culture. So, what influences pop culture is what these kids are grabbing hold of. You know what I mean? They see the messages. I'm, you know, of course, y'all know I'm big film. I'm a filmmaker, so
Exactly.
I'm big on images. The images that you see, ultimately, whether good or bad, positive, negative, that's what's gonna be the most impressionable. That's gonna send the biggest message. So guess what? These kids are gonna duplicate or try to emulate the images that they see. And I think in some way, yes, I would have to say that the pop culture / rap industry is in some way responsible for dumbing the entire culture down, because the images are everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's magazine, whether it's TV, whether it's radio, those are the images that they're getting. So they have no other means other than to pull from those images and say, okay, you know what, this is how life is, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is how I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a drug dealer turned rapper.
But is that pop culture's fault? Because you look at it from this viewpoint. Well, you have artists. You know, we live in a tap dance renaissance right now. Everybody want to cool, shuck and jive,
Exactly. Shout out
whatnot.
Green Tea.
But technically, you know, a lot of cats just trying to eat. Whether
True.
you like them or I dig them, and you know, a lot of people do anything for the dollar. We always say that
Right.
people do anything for the dollar. So if this is what is going to get food on their plate, you know, how can I help the poor if I'm one of them?
Exactly.
Type
Easy.
mentalities,
Right.
You know, are they at fault? Because you have Plies who has a degree, but he still said on record he says pencil. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so people emulate that, and so it's a distortion of the English language.
Right.
But is that his fault for just trying to eat?
Well,
I mean, and is that me? Because you look at when we were kids, or when the generation before us was kids, and you have we had certain things that we weren't supposed to see. And for the most part, your parents kept it from you. Now, of course, you know, I snuck and done things I wasn't supposed to do, but you know, it wasn't meant for me. And a lot of stuff isn't meant for these kids to be indulging in, but parenting has gotten very lax.
brother, I'm gonna stop you right there because that's a good stopping point. I want to come back to that. Parents, we need to speak on that. We'll be back. Tablescraps TV. Come scrap with us, baby.
That was good. That was really something.
That was actually good.
It was. You did good, yo.
Drive you insane, drive you up the wall, staring at your dome.
Hello, this is Bill Banks. I'm on the set of Tablescraps TV, representing X3 Sports. I'm the latest MMA fighter coming out of Atlanta, and representing myself and all my brothers at X3 Sports. Come scrap with us, baby.
We back. As you see, the table's clear. We waiting on this next. Yes, indeed. Exquisite cuisine from Chef. But I'm gonna get back into what I was saying about parenting. It's a lack of discipline on both parts.
Right.
On the parental part, and you know, just the kids wanting to do better for themselves, because you can't not want to do better for yourself.
Right.
You know, a parent can only take you so far, then it's up to you. You know, that's why birds push their, you know, little birdies out the nest.
Exactly.
So they can fly on their own. You know, and it's really is not real deep. You know, I don't really have to go too in depth. You know, it's just, you know, it's a big parenting void.
Right.
Mostly fathers.
That it is.
Mostly
That it is.
fathers.
I agree with
That's a
that.
whole nother show though.
Right, I agree with
I mean,
that.
there's a lot of bastards out
It
there.
is a parenting void.
A lot of bastards, man.
I agree with
you
that.
know, come and get your bastards. You know, you heard the song.
Right, exactly. You said a keyword, discipline. You know, we got Bill Banks on the show. Thank you for joining us. You know, you're a martial artist. You know, how does something like discipline, how can that alter your lifestyle and what you grow up with in your culture?
Well, it changes everything. Like, it's no secret. I'm one of the older fighters at X3 Sports, so I call myself one of the Obi-Wan Kenobi of X3 Sports.
Okay.
And what I find that being there, it first started out just me just trying to stay in shape, and then I found out I had to mentor. There's a lot of young guys that I had to mentor. They fathers are not home, and they're like coming to me for advice. Starting out with just, well, you know, how you tighten up your abs to more personal stuff. And I found out that I had to not just, I was like forced to not to just be an athlete there, but also be a role model. Now, I know her like people like, you just named them.
Moses Brown?
No, not Moses, one of the basketball players. Barkley, Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model.
Right.
What I like to say is, you may not want to be a role model, but when you in something like that, you going to be a role model whether you like it or not. Because a lot of guys come, they look up, they see my athletic ability, and they see how well I'm performing in the ring and on the mat. And so they want to know more about me. So they come to me about their woman issues, their girl, their mama issues, their daddy ain't there, their anger issues. And I got to be careful what I say, because I can't just tell them anything, and then they be like, well, hey, when they get in trouble, what he told me.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
that's the key. That's the key right there. I mean, a lot of these kids, you know, we talk about mentorship all the time. Leadership and mentorship on this show real heavy. So, you know, providing that, allowing the kids to step out of the matrix for a minute, you know what I'm saying, living the life through Facebook, Twitter, you know, it's cool to a degree, you know what I'm saying, it works, it does its thing, social media, that's a whole nother show.
It's fun, yeah.
But at some point in time, you step out of the matrix and, you know, you gotta do something. You gotta
back into reality.
Exactly. You know, sometimes those events, like you said, sometimes maybe going to the gym might have saved a young kid's life. When we all heard the story, some kids would have either been on the street or they would have, if they hadn't walked into that gym, you know, Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? So it's countless avenues, you know, and like Bill said, it's fathership, you know, it's mentoring, it's leadership, it's parenting.
And you have to be that way. You know, when you see a boy, I just, you know, I know I was against it, you know, where I said, no, it's not their responsibility, but as a personal, you know, quest, you know, I feel like it's my responsibility. You know, if you don't want to take, because, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, if it's not their responsibility to raise your kids, but when you present it with an opportunity or a situation where someone's looking to you, you know, I feel you're obligated to do that. You know, that's just me personally.
Exactly.
You know, but as far as a whole, I just didn't think that it's their responsibility, because it starts at home. You know, we need more kids with home training, because I just see a lot of disrespect on the train. You ride the train, they be talking to elderly women like they crazy. Like, come on, man. I mean, do I need to smack the shit out of somebody? You know, it's just ridiculous. No home training, man.
So we look. This is how we do. This is how we scrap. This is what it means. Be at the table and scrap with the scrappers. We're waiting on Chef cooking up doing this thing. We'll be back. We have an artist coming up that is taking the world by storm, Michelle Paulino. So she'll be at the table with us next. Tablescraps TV. We'll be back.
But we need knowledge, wisdom to bring forth the understanding. Murderer.